Hello everyone, welcome to Dr. Rajesh Biogenesis Chemistry Academy, Hyderabad, Telangana State. So in this video, we will discuss about what is Beckmann rearrangement applications and what are the logics required in this one, and what is shortcuts which helps for your CSR examination as well as GATE examination, and even for IIT Advanced also some selective questions asking from this particular part. Okay. So in part 1 we discussed about its reaction as well as its mechanism. Those who are watching first time this video, try to see part 1 so that you can understand Beckmann rearrangement application. So we are discussing some selective applications already explained. So in order to predict a Beckmann product, first you need to write an oxime. So here I would like to write two different substitutions here. You can write similar or dissimilar. Now you can use any kind of protic acid in presence of water. Simply the group which is trans to hydroxy is a migrating group. Which is trans here? Methyl. So when methyl is trans, first you write down carbon nitrogen. This is a shortcut I am explaining, simple logic. First you write down carbon nitrogen, whichever is trans to hydroxy, that you migrate on nitrogen, and this carbon you write carbonyl, and here you write hydrogen, simple. It is a shortcut to predict Beckmann that will give N substituted amide. So listen one more time. So carbon nitrogen I am writing hydroxy group here. Now this is phenyl and this is CH3. So they will give this ketoxime in the form of like this. So what is the suitable product here? First you write down trans hydroxy as well as substitution. So trans hydroxy is phenyl. Now first you write down carbon nitrogen double bond, whichever is not circle that you write down as it is by putting carbon nitrogen single bond. So the group which is trans to hydroxy, that you need to write down nitrogen and put double bond O and put hydrogen. That is the answer. This is called N substituted amide. So in your examination they won't give in one direction every time, they will give in different directions, so that you will confuse and you can put a wrong answer with respect to that. See, here I am writing methyl and here I am writing CD3. So in presence of H2SO4, okay, so water will be the solvent which is used here. Okay, so what is the resultant answer? First, hydroxy phenyl trans to each other, that you need to write carbon nitrogen. Now this carbon, which group is not migrating? CD3 is not migrating, you write down that one. And nitrogen, you write down this phenyl over here, put one hydrogen and put one carbon. That is the answer. So always remember, this reaction is a stereospecific reaction. 1,2 anisotropic rearrangement reaction. Okay, it is possible to show intramolecular rearrangement, and this particular reaction shows a nitrogen deficiency. Okay, after this nitrogen deficiency only one group is migrates, that I already explained in your part 1. Just go through it and try to solve the problem. And here we are taking one migrating group here. The circled one is a migrating group. Migrating group in this reactions always retains its configuration. Its configuration is always retains here. Configuration is never affected in this reaction. Okay, configuration is completely retains, means the orientation is completely fixed on that particular molecule. Okay, I will show what is actual that orientation. See, this is a molecule where this oxime carbon nitrogen double bond is present, and see this is OH, and here there is a presence of, this is dotted line, and here I am writing a methyl group. So whenever if you treat with H2SO4 in presence of water molecule, it is orienting above direction. See, it is completely above. Now after migration of this particular group, it is still above, it is present on nitrogen, and this is hydrogen. This carbon carries C double bond O, and this is CH3. That is the resultant answer. Here it is completely unaffected. So always migrating group will retain its configuration. That can be also verified by using like this. See, this is OH and here I am using CH3. This is a carbon which carry a chiral center. This is pH. Okay. Now here this is hydrogen. It is completely a methyl group. Is it a chiral center or not? Yes, chiral center. Now if I use any hydrochloric acid in presence of water, any protic acid we can use, already explained in part 1. Now this will migrate on nitrogen, it will be removed here. So finally C double bond O, this is CH3, and this is nitrogen which carry hydrogen, and here this carbon carry phenyl. In the same way this carbon carry methyl which is orienting above the plane, and here one nitrogen atom is present, that is completely below the plane. Means always migrating group involved in this reaction is completely unaffected. Okay, and very important thing is, if I take any cyclic ring, suppose see if I take a 5 membered, this is nitrogen, and I am putting hydroxy group here. Now, if I write a thick line over here, which group is a migrating group? Ring expansion reactions. Okay, so how to predict the answer? If I use H2SO4 in presence of water molecule, now this will be expanded here like this. Why? Because this carbon and this will be exactly opposite. So here, for your understanding purpose, I will write like this. Here nitrogen atom is present. This will connect from here to here. Now this orientation is remain same. It is above. Now this particular carbon carries C double bond O, and here it will carry hydrogen. How many member ring? This is completely 5 member is get converted to 6 member ring. So can I write this product here? Now I am writing C double bond O. Here it is nitrogen, hydrogen, and C. This is 6 member ring. Okay. Nitrogen adjacent, there is a methyl group is present. It is completely above the plane. That is the answer. You can expect a lactam preparation. Lactones effectively prepared in Bayer vinegar, but lactams can be prepared only in Beckmann rearrangement. Suppose if that thick line is not present on left side, okay, so you may take like this. If it is present towards right side, what will be the answer? If I use in presence of H plus in water, okay. So here see, this bond will readily expand over here, and this is attaches to carbonyl. So can I write like this? C double bond O. This is 6 member ring, and this is nitrogen, and here you may get hydrogen. This is thick line, which is exactly right side. This is migration aptitude of a group, how it is going to retain its configuration in Beckmann rearrangement. Okay, you can also try this. See, I am taking a 6 member ring. This is C double bond O, NOH. This is 6 membered, and here I am writing thick line. So can you work out this? H2SO4. You give your answer in comment section. You can understand clearly, I think so. Here this is nitrogen hydroxy group, and here I am giving a thick line exactly opposite here. This is migrating group here. Now if I write here, now which is migrating group? So just write down your answer in that respective part. Okay. Now see, if I take a molecule like this, you try to predict the answer. This is furan addition product. This is N double bond O, OH. Can you predict the answer if I use H2SO4 in water? Okay. Now this will attack here, and this will be removed here. Now this will be completely unaffected. This is oxygen double bond, and here see, this carbon now attaches to nitrogen. Okay. This is attaches to carbon. This is C double bond O, and here finally you will get this product. So every time one point you need to remember, migrating group will retain its configuration. Always it is responsible to give a amide. So this you work out as an example and give your answer in comment section. Okay. See, you can also take a aromatic ring adjacent. There is a presence of a saturated ring is present. This is N double bond O, OH. So if I use H2SO4 in water, what is the resultant answer? This will attack here. So if aromatic ring carbon attacks on this nitrogen, now this is outside 4 carbons are present, 1, 2, 3, 4. So then you write 1, 2, 3, 4, then attach here. This is hydrogen, and this is C double bond O. That is the answer. Okay. So always your product is remain same. It is completely unaffected in this reaction. Suppose see, if I write a aromatic ring, then this is one more. This is one more aromatic ring. Nitrogen double bond OH, and here nitrogen double bond OH. So can you predict the answer for this Beckmann product? Answer for this Beckmann product. What is the answer? See here, this will attack on nitrogen. Now here this will attack on nitrogen. So finally what happens? See here, it will attack nitrogen, and this is gets converted to carbonyl. Here hydrogen. Now aromatic ring is present here. Next here also same. This will attack on nitrogen. Nitrogen carry hydrogen. Next attaches to carbonyl, and this is the one. Okay. So can you give the answer for this? Just try this. If you work out this, definitely you will understand, I think so. This is double bond, and here double bond OH. This is oxide. So you work out this particular question. If you understand this, then definitely you can work out these products. Okay. Now see one question I will give and try to predict the answer. See here one oxime is given. Okay. So we don't know what kind of oxime it is. So we need to create a structure of this oxime. Now oxime on treatment with H2SO4, okay, so in presence of water, okay, so that will give a product B. So B upon hydrolysis, now what happens, see, you will expect a mixture of products here. So the mixture of products is acetic acid, next here followed by aniline. Now he will ask about structure of oxime. See, whichever group is present on nitrogen, that group is exactly trans to oxime. See, which group is present on nitrogen, that is phenyl. So definitely this phenyl is trans to oxime. First you write down oxime, see carbon, nitrogen, double bond, okay. Now here the group, here you write down hydroxy group, the group present on nitrogen, that is exactly trans on this is phenyl. Now which group is present on acetic acid, that is methyl. You write down this methyl over here and write down this lone pair. Now this is an oxime structure, and this is upon rearrangement, what happens, see, this is CH3, C double bond O, nitrogen carry phenyl and this will carry hydrogen, this is on hydrolysis. Left side you write down hydroxy group, right side you write down hydrogen, PHNH2, and this is acetic acid. So based on this technique we can easily identify that what will be the stereochemistry involved in that one and what is the stereochemistry of oxime. This is most important one for advanced examination. So once if you know the oxime structure, you can expect the kind of products here. So if you know the products substitutions, you can create oxime stereochemistry. One more example I will give, just try to predict the answer. So A is an oxime on treatment with H2SO4 in water, you will get a amide. So this amide upon hydrolysis, we know amide upon hydrolysis, that will give a relative product here. So I am saying this is benzoic acid, okay, then followed by ethyl amine, I am writing ethyl amine. Now based on these two products you need to decide what is the stereochemistry involved in this oxime, okay. So here I am writing benzoic acid. So before writing structure, first write down this kind of oxime structure. So after writing this oxime structure, ethyl amine has been used, okay. So ethyl should be exactly trans to nitrogen, and what about this, it is a benzoic acid, here you should write phenyl, okay. So this and this both are trans to each other, then definitely phenyl attaches to C double bond O, here it is nitrogen and this is ethyl. Finally make hydrolysis and here put hydroxy group and here hydrogen, that is your resultant answer. So based on this we can easily identify what will be the stereochemistry involved in this reaction, okay. Now the most important one is second order Beckmann, also called abnormal Beckmann. This is called abnormal Beckmann rearrangement. It is also called second order Beckmann rearrangement, abnormal or second order Beckmann rearrangement. So what is this abnormal or second order Beckmann? See, if migrating group, if they carry a tertiary carbon, otherwise beta heteroatom is present, okay. So remember this point, if migrating group having tertiary carbon, otherwise beta heteroatom is present, you will not expect any oxime, you will get nitrile, that is called abnormal Beckmann rearrangement, okay. See, this is a molecule which I would like to explain. Here I am writing a camphor, this is camphor, when camphor on treatment with hydroxylamine, you will get NOH like this is camphor oxime. Now what happens, see, if I treat with H2SO4 in presence of water, see this carbon, here there is a presence of tertiary, without this bond it is tertiary, it should not carry tertiary. If tertiary is present, see this is the product here, it will be eliminated outside. Once if it is eliminated outside, now here you will expect carbon nitrogen triple bond and here you will get positive charge. This hydrogen removes this. Finally see here you may get a double bond over here, this will be substituted in the form of carbon nitrogen like this. So in your examination this structure they will write in different way. This is 5-member ring and this is methyl double bond like this, and see this adjacent carbon there is CH2 and here CN is present, like this they will give. Always remember, if oxime adjacent, if tertiary carbon is present, that tertiary carbon undergo rearrangement and that will give oxime, you will not get any amide. Generally Beckmann is nothing but amide, only aldehyde that will give nitrile. Abnormal Beckmann also you may expect a nitrile formation. So this is called abnormal Beckmann rearrangement, okay. See, even you can take this kind of example, this is methyl is present, now here it is nitrogen and here I am writing two methyls, and here hydroxy group is present. Now if I use H2SO4 in presence of water, now this bond migrates here, it will eliminate out. See here, this will be connected like this. This carbon nitrogen, there is a presence of triple bond. Here methyl group is present. Now here you may get a positive charge. So always remember elimination, conjugate base in this one will remove this proton here. Finally see, you may get this product here. This is the one, and here you may get a double bond. Here there is a nitrile formation will takes place, and this is a methyl. That is the answer. This is called abnormal Beckmann rearrangement. Abnormal Beckmann reaction, also possible with a selective heteroatom. See, this is a beta heteroatom, OCS3. What I given? This is alpha and this is beta. Beta heteroatom is present. Suppose if I react with a thionyl chloride, we know thionyl chloride is a aprotic acid. Now first this hydrogen chlorine will be removed out. Once if hydrogen and chlorine is removed, carbon nitrogen, there is oxygen, it is attaches to H double bond OCl, and here OCS3 is present. Like this, a effective leaving group is created. Then initially what happens, this chlorine will attack on this will migrate, and see this will eliminate out. Finally see, this carbon nitrogen carry triple bond, and here there is OCS3 and there is chlorine. Why? Because this positive charge is stabilized by lone pair of electrons on oxygen. That is your final answer. This is called abnormal Beckmann rearrangement. Okay, one more I will show, you can understand very easily. See, this is 1,2 dicarbonyl I given. This is 1,2 dicarbonyl. Okay, now this is NOH. Here I written C double bond O, that I converting into oxime like this. Now if I treat with H2SO4, H2SO4 in presence of water. See, when you use H2SO4, you should convert into acid. If I use thionyl chloride, that carbon is get converted to acid halide. Here we need to add acid chloride. Now what happens? See, this will migrate here, it will eliminate out. Finally, here there is a formation of C double bond O or not. This is get connected to the hydroxy group. This water molecule will attack here. Finally, you will get OH, and see this carbon nitrogen, there is a triple bond formation will takes place. Very easiest reaction. Only thing is you need to remember abnormal Beckmann. Simple reactions they won't ask. They will ask definitely abnormal type of reactions only in your exam. Okay. Now go through one more where you can expect this kind of questions. See, this is C double bond O and this is OH, and if I use H2SO4 in presence of water, okay, now what will be the product involved in this one? See, this carbon having a tertiary, and here there is secondary is present. So without this bond you need to consider. Now see, this tertiary hydroxy group is exactly opposite here, and this is acid medium. If I connect like this, here there is a formation of a carbocation. So after formation of a carbocation, see, this bond is removed here. This will carry carbon nitrogen triple bond, and this is get this one, and here this hydrogen is removed by HSO4 minus, it will remove and it will forms a unsaturation over here. After getting this unsaturation, carbon nitrogen, you will get triple bond. So total how many outside? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, then followed by nitrate. So if you use any thionyl chloride, that carbocation is get connected with chlorine. Okay, that is the resultant answer. I will show one example where thionyl chloride is going to be used for a selective molecule. See, this is oxime, 5-membered ring. If I use thionyl chloride over here, there is a loss of hydrochloric acid. So after removing hydrochloric acid, now this oxime carry a excellent group, leaving group over here. This is connected to sulfur, S double bond O Cl, and this is 5-membered ring. Now see the strategy involved in this one. This chlorine migrates over here. Why? Because it will give stable carbocation. This will migrate and this will eliminate out in the form of SO2. So finally, what is your resultant answer? Now this 5-membered ring is as usual. You will get double bond if I use sulfuric acid, but I am using thionyl chloride. So here you will get chlorine. Now this carbon nitrogen, there is a triple bond formation takes place. That is the answer. So be careful with abnormal Beckmann rearrangement for your CSR examination. If abnormal Beckmann is given, so here always nitrile formation is major. In case of Beckmann, ketoxime, only ketoxime responsible to give amide. In case of abnormal Beckmann, ketoxime responsible to give nitrile, but skeleton or starting molecule required a specific geometry. Based on that geometry only we need to decide the product. Okay. So see this one selective example I am giving, just try to predict this. This is aromatic ring, double bond, and here double bond H, and here OH is given. So if it is treat with H2SO4 in presence of water, so what is your answer? A. Can you predict the answer? Very easiest one. It is asked in CSR examination. It will helps in your examination. See, this bond will attach on nitrogen after participation this. See, this is simply connected to nitrogen. Okay, nitrogen connected to carbon. So this carbon carries C double bond OH. Can I write directly? And this will carry hydrogen. Already this point I explained. So after getting this C, this will show ketoenol tautomerism. After showing ketoenol tautomerism, this is nitrogen, carbon carry hydroxy, and this is hydrogen. Now finally this will undergo dehydration here. Why? Because it is acid medium, undergo dehydration. So your answer is, this is nitrogen, double bond, isoquinoline is your answer. Beckmann rearrangement also responsible to give isoquinoline. Now go through this. This is phenol I am saying. Phenol on treatment with hydrogenation in presence of nickel. Okay, so hydrogenation in presence of nickel, that will gives A. So now we are heating at copper at 250 degrees centigrade of temperature, that will gives B. After treatment of this, we are using hydroxylamine in acid medium, NH2OH. So that will gives C. So after this H2SO4 in water, you will expect D. So what is ABCD in this reaction? Hydrogenation in nickel will reduce complete aromatic ring, and that will give hydroxy group. Sabatier Sandrin's type of reaction. And here phenol on converting of cyclohexanol, this is undergo dehydrogenation, gives cyclohexanone. Cyclohexanone reacts with hydroxylamine, that will give oxime. Oxime reacts with sulfuric acid, that will give 7-membered ring. This is C double bond O, and here H, and this is called lactam. Okay. So total how many carbons are present here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called caprolactam. Cyclic amides are also called lactams. So that is the possible applications which I explained in this one. And if you see some selective questions which are asked in examination, which choose the correct answers in part 3, that we are going to upload in your next one. Okay. So try to like, subscribe and share our videos. Okay. And if you want to say anything about this video, otherwise about your opinion, that you can happily put your opinion in comment section. We will happily enrich our videos. It is same way, only one thing you need to do is you need to subscribe our video, and we are very happy to say that we are uploading our regular classes, and many comments are coming which will be motivate for us. Okay. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for subscribing our channel. Thank you.